Hello class 11. I'm doing Leela's Friend with you. This is the second part of Leela's Friend. I'll just give you a brief recapitulation of the fact that had happened. Mr. Shiva Shankar, he was searching for, he was actually brooding over the servant's problem because there was no servant in his house, so he was searching for a servant. That time Siddha comes up and he is in a little dilemma, thinking that whether to allow Siddha in his house or not. He asked his wife. The wife said that Siddha seems to be okay, same as the other old servants. During that time, the little girl, that is Leela, she comes in and she says her father that she really likes this man and wants her father to accept him in their house. Then we see a beautiful bond that grew up between Siddha and Leela, where they are playing with the ball and Siddha is saying, you know, there is the moon, traces of moon you will find. She is asking, can we go up to the terrace and stretch our hand? Will we be able to touch the sky? She's saying, he's saying, yes, not from there, but obviously you can touch the sky if you go up to the, you know, the coconut tree. Then she asks, the moon knows you, and Siddha is saying, yes, they know me very well. So after this, they were standing near the rose plant, from where Siddha told Leela that, can you see the moon from there? She said, yes. So now I'll just continue with the rest of the part. Now come with me, he said. Took her to the backyard. He took her to the backyard. He stopped near the well and pointed up. The moon was there too. Leela clapped her hands and screamed in wonder. The moon here, it was here. How is it? So you see, first she had shown the moon when there was this rose plant. Then she had taken the moon. Then Siddha had taken Leela near the well. And there she had again shown her, see, the moon is here. So when we are there also, that time also moon is there. When we are here also, that time also moon is there. We all must have done it when we were young. We used to think that when we are moving, the sun or the moon is also moving along with us. But obviously that is not the case, right? So seeing this, Leela was in great wonder. She clapped her hand and she's saying, the moon is here also. How is it possible? I have asked it to follow us about. So I have asked it to follow us. Leela ran in and told her mother. Siddha knows the moon. She is very excited. So she goes to her mother and tells her mother that, you know, Siddha knows the moon. At dusk, he carried her in. She held her a class for him. So Leela used to teach Siddha, okay, and she used to hold up a class for her. She had a box filled with catalogs, illustrated books, stumps of pencil, whatever, you know, stationery needed for studying. It gave her great joy to play the teacher to Siddha. So Leela was the teacher, Siddha was the student during that time. She made him squat. Squat means a type of, you know, posture by which you sit on the floor, with the pencil in his hand and the catalogue where the alphabets are written, that book in front of him. She had another pencil and a catalogue. She had another pencil and a catalogue. Exactly teacher and a student equation she wants to follow. Then she used to order, now write. And he had to try and copy whatever she wrote in the pages of her catalogue. So whatever she wrote in the catalogue, he has to copy. What we used to do when we were really kids, we used to, if there is A, then we used to keep on writing A. That is how we used to practice handwriting and practice writing the alphabets. Then what happened? She knew 2 or 3 letters of alphabet and could draw a kind of cat and crow. She was herself only small. She only knew how to draw, and that too little bit. Whatever Leela knew, that only she taught Siddha. But none of this could Siddha even remotely copy. But none of them could Siddha could copy very perfectly. She said, examining his effort, is this how I have drawn the crow? Is this how I have drawn the crow? She used to tell him. Is this how I have drawn the bee? See what you have done. Students, what your teachers tell you. This is how I had done the sum. This is how I had explained you. What you have done, see. Similar way Leela is explaining to Siddha. She pitied him, redoubled her efforts to teach him. But that good fellow though adept at controlling the moon, was utterly incapable of plying the pencil. But the fellow it was difficult for him even to hold up the pencil properly in his grip. Consequently, it looked as though Leela would keep him here, pinned to his seat, till his stiff, inflexible wrist cracked. So she would make him hold the pencil exactly like her till the wrist got cracked. He sought relief by saying, "I think your mother is calling you for dinner." Leela would drop the pencil, run out of the room, and the school hour would end. This is how Leela would drop the pencil and the school hour would end. Like what you generally tell your teachers, "Ma'am, I think," before 5 minutes only you tell, "Ma'am, I think the bell had rang." Why do you say that? Just to stop the class then and that time, acting to be super smart. So Siddha also doesn't want to study. So Siddha tells Leela, "I think your mother is calling, see?" Just because he doesn't want to study. And Leela would then drop the pencil and go to the mother. After dinner, Leela ran to her bed. Siddha had to be ready with the story. Siddha would be ready. He sat down on the floor near the bed and told incomparable stories of animals in the jungles, gods in the heavens, magicians who could conjure up golden castles and fill them with little princesses and their pets. So then, while at bed, Siddha used to tell different kind of stories, okay, to Leela. Stories of animals, jungles, gods, heavens, magicians, golden castles, princesses, pets, many stories. Day by day, she clung closer to him. So the bond, it became more stronger. She insisted upon having his company all her waking hours. She was at his side when he was working in the garden or chopping wood, and accompanied him when he was sent on errands. Errand means short journey. So wherever he went, she was always beside him. One evening, he went out to buy sugar, and Leela went with him. So Leela also went along with him. When they came along, Leela's mother noticed that a golden chain Leela had been wearing was missing. "Where is your chain?" Leela asked to her. Leela's mother asked. So then when Leela went with Siddha to a sugar shop, and then when they came back, Leela's golden chain was missing. So Leela's mother asked, "Where is your chain?" That time, Leela looked into her shirt and searched everywhere. "I don't know." Her mother gave her a slap and said, "How many times have I told you to take it off and put it in the basket, in the box?" So she gives her a slap. Okay, Leela's mother, obviously she got angry because it was a golden chain. "How many times have I told you that take it out and put it inside the box? You don't listen anything." Okay, this is how Leela's mother had scolded Leela. So children, this is it for this second part. The next part I shall continue in the next video. Thank you.